What's going on, Aquarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, shares, donations. Your support really is the best, Aquarius, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be business, Aquarius, and all the ways we can make it rain for your birthday, because happy birthday, by the way. And if your birthday's already passed, and if not, we're going to be celebrating all month long. So I'll see you next time on that one. We're going to keep this train going. You know, I'm all about celebrating the birthday month. What else? Just so you're all aware, I was like, I got so caught up in the partying. This is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Because your space has been cleansed. We even made some new friends for your birthday. You just good vibes all over the place. Now, with this spread, I'm going to be pulling 10 cards, and I'll be doing clarifications as need be. And of course, a good old surprise card at the end, you know, just because it's your birthday, so I should treat you a little bit, huh? And in case you all were curious, I'm using an OG deck. This is Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck. And I've included a link for this deck and other decks that I like using down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested, Aquarius. But let's go ahead and get into your first card, which is going to be the current situation. So, Higher Self, what's the current situation looking like for Aquarius? Let's see what's going on for you there. Yeah, let's get into this thing. See what you've been up to. Oh. Get it together. Oh, almost there, Aquarius, I promise. Okay. Nice. You got the Two of Discs here, Aquarius. And I feel like with this popping up, you know, we're at this place of where I feel like it's time to just really kind of I feel like we're in like an adaptive space here. You know, maybe for some of us, you know, we've been at this place of, we've been kind of going about things the same way for a while. You know, maybe we've been kind of like in a rut, you know, things may have been, and not to say that like things haven't been taken off for you, but I just feel like we know this thing, you know, it's sort of just like, it's gotten kind of stale. It's gotten a little predictable. There's no kind of excitement anymore. You know, we got nothing to look forward to, you know, it's almost like you wake up, it's Monday, everything's kind of going to be pretty much, you already kind of got an idea how you're just going to kind of like sail through the day here. And I feel like, you know, Aquarius, if that's kind of where we're at, I think it's time to mix things up a little bit, you know, not anything, and I'm not saying anything like super crazy, but just something that, you know, because I feel like, you know, sometimes when we get to this place of just like where we're kind of cruising through life, where that is nice, you know, we do want some excitement in there, you know, it's just every now and again, like a little something to kind of just kind of shake you up a little bit, and just to like to provide maybe some freshness and some new ideas into, you know, whatever business that you're doing. Because, you know, the thing with business is, you know, if you don't adapt, you know, then, you know, it's eventually, you know, going to be kind of left behind here, you know. But I feel like with your kind of areas, with your energy, Aquarius, is that, you know, Aquarius is a very innovative type of energy here. You know, you're the types that you'll see a box, and then you'll knock the box over, and then you'll build a pyramid out of the box because it serves a better purpose. You know what I mean? That's the type of person you are. And then you'll take that pyramid and make whatever two pyramids make together. You know what I mean? You probably even have the words for it, because that's how you work. That's how you roll. And I feel like it's going to be one of those things that if we really want to understand that expansion, you know, that you have at your potential here, it can really it really not would only just benefit yourself, but it would benefit just, you know, your people that you partner with as a whole here. Because like you really, when I think of like the air signs, you really do come come at it from just like left field, right field, straight down, straight up, you know, it's like, it's what, straight up, you know what I mean? It's you can come at it from different ways, and people are just like, huh, you know, and not in like a, well, sometimes, you know, there might be a raised eyebrow, but most of the times I feel like when I've had like an idea pitched to me by an Aquarius, it's just like, you know what, that's not like, I like that. Let's venture down that a little bit more, you know? And I feel like too, you know, maybe if this is something where maybe if we're kind of like working with, maybe we own like our own kind of business, or maybe we're like a private contractor here, something along those lines. Maybe we can find some ways to kind of maybe partner up with some other people, you know, maybe that'll help take someone who's already has such a creative mind, and then, you know, further add some more tools to that type of thing, you know, so that we can constantly adjust to where the fortune is going here, because this is Capricorn or Jupiter in Capricorn here. And, you know, I think about Jupiter, you know, getting that fortune, you know, we want to be practical with these approaches, you know, whatever you're getting ready to do, but that doesn't mean that we have to keep it, you know, limit that practicality, if that makes sense. I feel like we can be both practical and expansive, you know what I mean? It's about finding that energy, and I feel like that might be where kind of like the Aquarius kind of sweet spot is, you know, make it make sense, and then go from there, you know, really make that thing kind of shine here. So let's get I'm with that. You know, I really do feel like, yeah, it's time to get adaptable here. So let's get to your next card, which is going to be some challenges. So higher self, what may be some challenges that Aquarius might be facing when kind of facing with this energy? Let's see, what are some things that may pop up for you? Yeah, okay. Interesting. You got the Ten of Wands here, Aquarius. And this is kind of what I was talking about. You know, I feel like if we keep ourselves in a place of where we're kind of like restricting our energy, and like, what I mean by that is, you know, sometimes I feel like when you know, when I'm talking about like what potential, you know, when I get cards here, because keep in mind too, this isn't a cards that I'm like sifting through. This is energy that you're bringing me. And when I think about like when I look at like stuff that comes up, and it's just like, you know, I'll be like, oh, you have such great potential, you know, you can do such grand things and such big stuff with this energy that you're working with. It's one of those, it's one thing to hear that stuff, but if another thing that if we don't believe it, then we're restricting ourselves in a sense. And when I think about, because this is Saturn and Sagittarius here, you know, when we're talking about, this is all kind of these two cards are really connected here, because, you know, Jupiter rules over Sagittarius, and Saturn rules over Capricorn here. And I feel like if we've been kind of rigid in how we've been going about things and how we've been utilizing our energies, you know, then you're going to feel this frustration, you know. It's going to be where it feels like you see all the mad opportunities here, but it's just like where you might be getting like a pretty good use out of something here. Can we think bigger? Can we think more expansive? Can we put more heat on this stuff here? Because I feel like sometimes we get into this place of where maybe we feel like we don't deserve it, or that we don't, or that like I couldn't possibly be that life-changing, you know, or that I can't have that sort of like impact. But Aquarius, you know, we're getting into the age of Aquarius, you know, it's your energy is it's a conundrum, because when you think about it too, you know, you have all this expansion, it really is a unique way of thinking about things. But with the sun being in Aquarius, you know, if your sun sign is Aquarius, the sun is in detriment in Aquarius. It's opposite Leo. So it may already feel like that potential is already like a little stifled here. You're going to have to work maybe a little bit harder to tap into the stuff here, because it's so grand what you're working with. And it's something too, you don't have to do this by yourself. And I don't think it really would benefit you to do this by yourself, just because when I think about where Aquarius falls in, again, you know, you're involved with the 11th house. The 11th house is about networking, is about expansion, you know, it's about partnerships. And well, I think partnerships is more in Libra's house, but it's about that, more like that kind of networking energy here. That's Aquarius. You know, you really, you bouncing ideas off of people. You know, you have this. All of that to say, I could compliment you till the sun goes down. If are we making the most out of our energy? You know, that's where I feel like it is. If we're in this place of where we're just sort of like coasting, or that I don't want to say that you're. I just feel like if you know deep down that you can do more, then I feel like unlock that, you know, because I feel like if you're feeling that, that's just like, those are signals, you know, from your higher self, or God, Buddha, Jesus, wherever, you know. This is not a judgment free, or this is a totally judgment free zone here, Aquarius. I got a whole, I got a whole thing for it. You're in a safe space here, but it's. If you've been feeling that stuff here, I feel like it would benefit you to explore that, because otherwise we're just gonna feel like, you know, that you're destined for great things, but it's just like it's like getting ready for like. This is going to be a weird analogy, but it's just like, you know, you've been told that there's going to be this grand fireworks show. And then, you know, you get there early, you got a seat there, you're waiting in anticipation. And it's just like, you're waiting. And then here it comes. It's almost there. It's almost there. It's almost there. Is it coming? What's happening? You see what happens? That when that potential's not met, then we start to kind of doubt ourselves. You know, I feel like, you know, acting on some things, you know, I just you know, I'm hoping that is making sense, you know, because it's a thing that I feel like once you discover that thing, or really maybe start exploring some other avenues, or maybe some other interest, you know, as it makes sense, you know, balance and stuff. If you got this thing, if you got a thing that's kind of coasting right now, I think I told Gemini this, then free perfect. You put that thing on autopilot, let's go look at some other stuff here, you know, and let's see if we can if there's some other avenues where some untapped energy is waiting to be harnessed there, Aquarius. So let's get to your third card, which is going to be where you can find some help. So higher self, where is it that Aquarius can find some help in this situation? Let's see. Let's see what energies what energies they might need to be working with in order to tap into this stuff here. Okay. So you got the three of cups here, and it's like, where are you going to find help? Abundance. And it's just like, I know how that sounds, and we might get a clarifier. But before we get into that, you know, and it's funny, I've been thinking about the Three of Cups. This has been popping up quite a bit here the last couple days, and you know, this is Mercury in Cancer here. And when I think about Mercury as the planet, it has to deal with like communication and stuff. And I'm just wondering if, you know, maybe where we can find some help, you know, are we really speaking our truths, you know, are we really expressing, how do I want to put this in? Because there's an eloquent way that's brewing up in my head here. It's like, is there something that, like, is there a yearning inside of you? You know, is there something that I feel like that there may be something here that is trying to break free, in a sense of just like, does your business allow you to express your creativity in a sense? Does it allow you to not just grow and just like get all your pentacles? Because I feel like, you know, with you starting out with the stuff here, I feel like pentacles aren't necessarily like the biggest issue here. You know, I feel like it's more so that is this thing filling up all of our cups? And I mean, like, and really ask yourself that, and if it does, okay, dope. How can we expand on that? How can we do more than that? Because I'm thinking that there's just because I'm not even saying like you need to like even switch what you're doing, or like start up, and you know, if we got like a business already established, it's not, or you know, like you're at a job, or you know, like quit your job or anything. I'm definitely not telling you to quit your job, Aquarius. Don't you go telling your boss that, hey, you know, Justin said I need to go find my abundance, and this is the place, so see ya. You know, no, let's be reasonable. don't put you or I in a tricky situation here. But other than that, you know, I'm just wondering if, you know, if there's just, is there just more, and if so, can you, like, how do you do that? How do you make it so that this thing is that we're creating too? I feel like maybe I feel like we're not getting like our emotional abundance here, Aquarius, but let's get a little bit more on that. Higher self, can we clarify the Three of Cups, please? Thank you, higher self. Let's see if we can get a little bit more on that, Aquarius, because that is an interesting energy to, how can we work with our abundance here? Oh, Aquarius, you're not gonna like my answer. You got, well, you might. You got the Three of Wands here, and I feel like, because now we got a couple threes here, and I feel like this is like really doing something. Maybe. Because I think too, like I've been looking into numerology a little bit more, and I'm still kind of studying up on this thing. So look into this thing as well. But I want to say the threes has to deal with kind of getting into like family and kind of partnership and things of that nature. It's an intuitive number, it's a whole number of things. But I'm getting that. Are we like following our heart? Is this where our energy is telling us we need to do? Like, is there something that there's more? I'm really getting like a maybe, if for some of us, that maybe we think we're getting fulfilled, but there's something extra there that I think that is going to change your game up. But let's move on from that. I'm gonna leave that there. I think I got all the stuff out of that one. So let's get to your fourth card, which is going to be some long-term gains. So higher self, what are some long-term gains for Aquarius? Let's see, what can we look up, what some stuff can expect in the distant future. We've been hopefully doing what we love, what fulfills us. Let's see what's going on there. Nice. You got the art card here. And, and I like that, because I do this, because this is where I feel like that we can, because it's Aquarius, it's one thing to just be, to kind of like, to like start up the business or even like working for a business, but it's just like, I'm just wondering like why we're doing this thing too, possibly, I'm just like, I'm curious to see like, is this, because when I think about, this is Sagittarius's card, and Sagittarius, and I know we kind of already talked about that earlier, but I really feel like that there's something going on with like with what you're manifesting, or just like, are you manifesting? I feel like really is kind of really the question here, and I mean by that, it's just like how are we contributing to this plane here? You know what I mean? Yeah, I really hope that this is coming across okay, because I'm just like, I'm not sure how else to put that, that it's just like, there's a piece that's missing here, and I think that it would really solve all your stuff. And I just remembered what I was trying to get at earlier with as far as like, when I was talking about, not quitting your job or changing up, like switching up what you're doing. I'm just wondering if you can create something in what you're doing, because I'm not getting like you need to shift occupations or things. It's just like, are we utilizing the most out of what we're doing on our journey here, like, let's say, for example, if you're an accountant, and this has been your groove, this is something that speaks to you, you got your thing down, but now we're in a place of just like, you may want more, and it's just like, do you want to teach others how to maybe be an accountant? Do you want to start up like a course, or do you want to I don't know, maybe open up your own kind of like, maybe you want to open up an accounting school, or maybe you want to write a book, or maybe something, or maybe you want to do something else like really fun with numbers, maybe you want to merge like accounting and numerology, I mean, just something. I'm just wondering if there's just something that you can be manifesting in this thing, that you can really really hone your craft and do something that's just like really just outside of the box here, and that would really just kind of blow people's mind, because that's the, when I really am talking about your energy, Aquarius, it's like you have that kind of impact, you know, that can really just kind of flip things on its head here, and like, but do it in a way that is not just like, it's not just like, you're not just doing it for like it's just nonsense. It's just like, whoa, I would have like, oh, you know, like it's like gold, you know what I mean? You know, that's what I'm really trying to get across here. So, you know, that's what we got to look to the future. But I just wondering, you know, it's like thinking about that kind of stuff. Can we do more with what we're doing right now? You know, are we really contributing to the most to this, or getting the most out of this journey here? But let's get to your fifth card, which is going to be some short-term gain. So let's see, higher self. What are some things looking like for in the near future for Aquarius? Let's see, what are some short-term things that might be coming up for you right now here, Aquarius? Nice. You know what? And I'm with that. You got the Six of Cups here. And that's something to think about. You know, if we've been where this thing is like, one, ask yourself if we've been having fun with while we're doing this stuff here. Because where it's like, sure, yeah, we're at work. I don't see why you can't have, I don't see why one has to compromise the other. You can have fun and you can do your work, and vice versa. Fun, you know, well, you know what I mean. You know, like we can have a balance here. You know, it doesn't have to be, because you know, I know it may sound cliche, but it's like when you're doing what you love, you never work a day in your life. And so it's like, is this thing providing you happiness as well? You know, and I feel like it's something that you can do. You can do both things. You know, maybe it's just because, you know, I feel like maybe I'm at like kind of feeling this frustrated energy that's coming through here, because maybe it's just like, I feel like you're in this place of where you really have the perk of doing whatever you want, however you want to, in a way that is almost like really kind of that would require maybe other signs a little more work. You know what I mean? But we're at this place of where we're kind of like operating like everyone else, you know, and where everyone has their own strengths here. You know, I really feel like it's really understanding yours and really tapping into that and finding a way to, because I don't see why you can't, like why we have to be where it's like, you know, it's work or fun, you know, like they can't coexist, you know, or that there has to be like bursts of fun, or, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking there's more here, Aquarius. There's more, and I think you if you don't know that, hopefully that this is something that this will help you get eyes on that stuff here. You know, kind of shines. This is the Sun in Scorpio here. Like, do some dig deep down and let's bring some of this stuff up to life here. You know, I think I just want you to get innovative here, Aquarius. You know. Yeah, and I hope that you want that too, you know, because I really do think that you can have a blast with what you're doing here, you know. It's because even think about you as the sign, you know, when I say you're a conundrum, it's for real, because your sign is the water bearer, but you're an air sign. How does that work? Ask Aquarius, because they're the best Aquarius just does it. You know what I mean? Like maybe that'll make more sense, you know, like it's just like when because you could really even change up how business even operates. You know, maybe you want to have people where you want everyone kind of doing what they love. You know, maybe you want to change it so that you know, this normal, like the standard 9 to 5, maybe you want to shake that up. Maybe you want to establish a new type of order here. You know, maybe you only want us working like 4 hours a day, or like a couple hours a day, or however long many hours you want. You know, if it's what you're loving, like why not? Like let's, you know. That's the kind of, I look at that. I'm not even sure like what I'm trying to do here, Aquarius. Is just like something's cooking. Something's cooking. You know what? Let's find out. Let's find out what strengths you're working with. Let's get to your next card, because I tell you again, we're getting stuck on it. Let's figure out how we can boost this ego up here, Aquarius. Higher self. What are some strengths that Aquarius is working with? You know, let's get some. I'm gonna get myself together, Aquarius. I'm gonna learn how to sentence here real quick, because I really am just your energy has got me Look at that. This is what your energy's got me. Victory. You just made me a winner, Aquarius. Now go out there and make other people winners. And I know that, listen, I know that I'm making it sound more simple than it is, but look at that. You got another pair of matching numbers here. So look at this. I feel like there's a sign here. It's hold on. What else? There's another commonality I'm getting here. A lot of Jupiter energy. Saturn. Okay. Hold on. Getting in order. Six of Wands. Six of Wands. You have the potential to make winners. You know what I mean? And I know how that sounds, but yeah, you do. And again, I'm going to tell you, this is very similar. I feel like very similar to kind of like what I was telling Gemini. It's like, if you think that you can't do this thing, why not? Who said? And you know what? If whoever said that, bring them to me, because guess what? You can do whatever you want. You can bring victory. You can bring balance. You can bring harmony. You can bring fortune. Because and you know what too? When I think about this energy, when I think about Jupiter and Leo, I have Jupiter and Leo. It's that energy that when you partner with others, when you're doing for the sake of just like for what you love and for the sake of just raising that vibration and really and no kind of like expectation, like really just for the betterment of mankind, of just as a soul tribe, the universe will reward you like crazy, and it's whatever abundance looks like for you, if it's looking like a whole bunch of money, it's gonna come in a bunch of money. If it's looking like, happiness, family, it's gonna get that, whatever it is, that's the strength that you're working with, because this is like, if getting people, it's, because when I think about even like how I was saying that Aquarius is opposite Leo, when I think of Leo energy, that's the sun energy. It's very inspirational here. It's bringing that heat. It's kind of like leading by examples. And when I think of Aquarius, you can bring the same amount of inspiration, but it's just in a different fashion. It's showing everybody else that there is more. There are other ways of doing this thing. Well, if this thing hasn't been working, well, let's go diagonal. It's very wise energy how you go about things. And I just feel like it's effortless for you, but it's and I'm just something I really am gonna look in, like really do like a deep dive in to kind of understand that, because it's really is just fascinating, your energy, Aquarius. So let's get to your next card, which is going to be some weaknesses. Let's see, which I like to call them strengths waiting to be discovered and refined. So higher self, what are some weaknesses that Aquarius might be working with here? Let's see what's going on there. Let's get it out in the open, because maybe that's what's been kind of holding us back. Let's see what's happening there. Interesting. You got the Seven of Cups here, Aquarius. Now with this popping up, this is, now we're getting into kind of tricky realms here, because the Seven of Cups is a card of, it can be a card of escapism. It can be a card of intoxication. It could be a card of maybe we are displaying some like toxic, like, I don't want to say that we're being a toxic person, but maybe we're not operating at the highest vibration, or we're surrounded by people, that may be lowering our vibration. Take it however it resonates. But this is a prelude to a devil moment, and because there's something that is sullying our cups, and it's time to get eyes on that. If there's something that is keeping you down, that is hindering your potential, hindering your growth, what is that? The Seven of Cups, I feel like, is the kindest way of us to kind of get eyes on this thing while we still have a grip on the reins here. And this is not me trying to scare you or anything. And this isn't like medical advice or anything like that, Aquarius. You see how I shuffle here. And even when I get all geeked up about explaining the energy here. But But I will say that if we don't get eyes on this thing, if we just sort of like, if we're just ignoring this thing, maybe you've been feeling, you've been feeling this frustration, maybe we've been drinking, or maybe, cigarettes are our vice, or, maybe gambling's our vice, or, whatever our vice is, maybe work gossip, whatever it is, be mindful, because it's one of those things that this will permeate in your world. It'll start here, but if we don't get eyes on it, and if higher self, it's just like, okay, well, I've run out of ways to keep this in-house, then we're just going to casually spread it into our environment. We might come out where we're stuck in traffic all the time. Maybe we get like a flat tire. Maybe we lose a contract at work. Whatever, it'll come out in different ways if we're not addressing it. So it's just something to be mindful of, with the Seven of Cups here, because I get it, because maybe it's that pressure of just like, hearing that you have all this potential all the time. And Aquarius, I feel like when people say that to you, at least that's my hope, or, it's not to say that you're like, what are you doing? Go do more. It's just like, Aquarius, why don't you think that you can do more? You know what I mean? That's where more so it is. I feel like it's just like, I feel like maybe we this, the curse of an air sign, I guess. And I don't even think it's a curse. It's just another strength that needs to be refined. The thing with the air signs, it's because I have a Gemini moon. It's if you got air in your main three outside of Aquarius, we can get in our heads sometimes. We might overthink things, and so that's just something to consider. But yeah, definitely get eyes on this thing. I wouldn't tell you what to do, and I'm gonna kick it with you on this journey no matter what you're going through. But we gotta deal with it at some point in time, Aquarius. So just something to think about if it's So let's get to your 8th card, which is going to be what to focus on in the present. So hiya self, what can Aquarius focus on in the present? Let's see what we can focus on currently here. Oh, yeah? Oh, we got a couple cards here. Oh, bottom one? Okay. I'm with it. You got this, they got the 8 of disc here. And I feel like something to focus on right now. Because when I was talking about your sign earlier, really when I think of, because I've had a discussion with this with another person with air in their chart. We were just happened to be talking about air signs, and we had both came to the consensus that, really of the airs, really Aquarius, it really does come across as very wise, just in the way that you'll go about things. It's matter of fact, but it's one of those things like I can't even be mad at that because they're all facts. You know what I mean? Like it's just like okay, maybe the delivery might have come across well because air signs we can be a little sharp with our delivery, but or if you got air in your chart, might come across if you lean kind of heavy into it. But I just feel like something is working on right now. Because I feel like there were times when, even like maybe when you even started up this business, when you decided to make that move, where were you energetically when that happened? Where was that inspiration? Where were you feeling? What sparked that? And I feel like it's like replicating that again. And it's not like it's going to be the same thing that you do there, Aquarius. It's going to be different. But, if we've definitely leveled up to this thing, it's going to be better. You know what I mean? And every time, it's going to be better. Maybe some of us are thinking like, well, crap, I'll never recreate this amazing moment again. And it's just like let that go, because that moment has happened. You've gotten everything. Just like we don't want to focus on and I see, and here's what you're about to do it again. I never thought of this before. Just because, just like how I say we don't want to focus on the negative things if they're not helping us grow, we don't want to focus on the positive things if they're not helping us grow. If we're just staying in the glory days, thinking about man, that one time time, man, I really brought it. You know, I was really at the top of my game here. Man, I wish I could recreate that again. Oh, well. And it's just like, no, oh, well. No, let's recreate that again. Let's do it. Let's do it grander. Because just like how you just did that thing to me, because I promise you, Aquarius, I never said that before with that, from that perspective there. And that's just what your energy can bring. You know what I mean? And this is why I get so geeked up about like what you really, with all the signs, you know, it's just like really understanding what you can bring and then really harnessing that stuff here. It's just like, it makes me so passionate, you know, and I really do hope, you know, I'm not coming at you, but I fire. I'm trying to shine some sun on this thing, because now we got the sun, and we got sun in Virgo, you know. Let's get to your 9th card, which is going to be, because that was dope. I really thank you for that, Aquarius. You know, maybe that's something too. Maybe hasn't been appreciated enough. I appreciated that. 9th card, what to focus on in the future. So higher self, what is it that Aquarius should focus on in the future? Because I tell you what, you're going to change the game up, and you know, it's time to get everybody on the same page here. You got the Knight of Cups here. And okay, now we're coming in hot. Knight of Cups. The thing to focus on in the future, I feel like, is when you understand that gift that you're bringing here, the type of oh man, what's the word? The type of, because Aquarius, it's innovation. I really, if I had to describe you in one word, it's innovative. And I really feel like understanding that strength, and because this guy, the Knight of Cups, and I don't know if I've said this isn't a gender specific reading. You are all Knight of Cups in this scenario here, because he represents the ocean. You know, this is the energy that he's bringing. And this crab represents the strength of the ocean, and this peacock represents the brilliance of it here. And so I feel like when you understand how brilliant that this energy that you're bringing, you know, and the thing is, it's whatever it is that you want to start up, Aquarius. If you want to start the next, like candle shop, you know, maybe we're gonna be in a notebook supply. I don't know, like think outside of the box. Let's partner up and think outside of the box, Aquarius. You know, whatever it is that you want to do, I feel like it's doing that thing and doing it at your fullest, you know what I mean? And really, when you understand, you know, what it is that you can bring to the table, man, I mean, it's going to just, the water bearer. The water bearer is bringing in that new insight. It's manifesting great stuff. You're pouring a new ocean here, a whole new foundation here, Aquarius. It's like like a flood's coming in. We're washing away all this old stuff here, because you got new crops that you want to grow here. You know, you want to manifest something just spectacular. Let's get to your last card here. Let's see what's 10th card is going to be some opportunities. So higher self, what are some opportunities coming in for Aquarius? Let's bring this thing home, because Aquarius, man, you get me geeked up. I tell you what, I got some, you know, okay. I'm done. You got the High Priestess here. Let's switch back over, because the Priestess, she's the type that understands her potential. She sees whatever she wants to manifest, and she makes it happen. You know, and however she wants to. That's the thing. She does whatever she wants because she can, because she's the priestess, because she understands how the energies work. You know, it's not. You would think that how she operates, because she's so in tune, and you know, she just makes the stuff happen. You know, it could maybe come across as egotistical, but it's just all facts. That's just how the High Priestess work, and that's what I feel like you need to tell yourself. Like, I'm amazing. I can do mind-blowing stuff here, and that's all facts. And that's where I feel like it's trusting that intuition too, trusting your instincts. You know, and really and not doubting that when you feel like that thing comes up. It's just like, well, I want to do the next biggest thing since like sliced bread. Do it, because you Because like, again, like I told Gemini, why not? You know, that's why I feel like the air signs, that's been the trend. Why not? Why not do anything grand? Why not heal? Why not do whatever? You know, whatever it is that you're trying to do, let's figure out how to make it happen. Because it's not, again, it's not like I'm trying to tell you to just be reckless and just throwing stuff at the wall and see what sticks. Meditate on this thing, because the high priestess too, she's mindful with her energy. She's trying to figure, like, she's once she get that figured out, bet she's going to make this thing manifest. You know, it's a cornucopia is what she's bringing here, and I feel like that's what you can do. It's just tapping into that energy, Aquarius. So I'm gonna leave that there, because man, that was awesome. I mean, not even more than awesome. That was incredible. You know, that was. If you like that as much as I did, because I'm speechless. Give that a thumbs up, Aquarius. You know, share this thing, Aquarius. Because really, you can do a lot. You can do a lot in whatever that looks like for you. That's the beautiful part of it, you know. And I know how that may sound. It's just like it doesn't make sense. Well, it'll make sense with time. When you start understanding this stuff here, it's totally going to make sense. And because it really just starts with, if it doesn't make sense right now, it was at the very beginning here. You know, what do you love? Channel that energy there. You know, what doesn't. I feel like, again, you know, I feel like Pentacles, money is, if your money's good, you know, what's going to bring your fulfillment, you know, and if your fulfillment's good, how can you help that make money, you know, like, just figure those out, you know, pick which, I don't know which end you're working from, work from that end. Subscribe, hit that bell button, you'll get notified. Oh, and that's to say, share this thing. You know, Aquarius, I want manifesting all over the place. Then subscribe, hit that bell button, you get notified when I release videos each week. I'm getting better about being all up on Facebook. And lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placement, maybe you want to partner up with a Cancer, come to the Charity and Friends. We are discussing lunar shenanigans. Did you? Oh, we bet I talk about the High Priestess all day. I just did Cancer thing today and we talked about the High Priestess. So promise you we're going to talk about the High Priestess. That's our ruler. I'm going to talk about her ad nauseum. And all of that housekeeping is in the description box below. But let me get you a surprise card here so I can get you out of here. You got the Three of Swords here. And so I don't know if we're going through something, you know, maybe we're going through some healing right now. Channel your energy there. You know, if we've been kind of stuck in something for a while, figure out how, as it makes sense, you know, how we can heal from that thing. If we've been feeling frustrated, you know, because I'm getting, even with this, it's just like, I'm not even getting like just like a sadness, because this is normally like my card of sadness, sorrow, melancholy. It's just like, it's upset energy, you know, like it's like, it's frustrating to, like, you know how you get so frustrated that you cry? It's that type of energies that I'm kind of feeling here. And if that's what's going down here, you know, like, what is that? You know, because that's this whole reading. It's just been nothing but fire, you know. And I feel like it's like there's like a heat or something that's like this Ten of Wands. This Ten of Wands that's cooking up underneath here, and there's something that's trying to break out of here, Aquarius. So, as it makes sense, you know. Let's see if we can get down to the heart of the matter here. You know, what is it that maybe if we're feeling upset, if we're feeling frustrated, if we feel like maybe we're not tapping in, making the most of our energies here, the world is at your disposal. You know, you can do whatever you want. And, you know, I feel like as long as you're like, it speaks to you and it's raising that vibration, then why not? So I like that. I'm gonna leave it there. So stay safe out there, Aquarius. And I tell you what, you raised my vibration through the roof. I'll tell you what, so keep up the good work. You know, you're doing it, and and it's just, you don't even realize it. I feel like yet how you're doing it. You know, but by the next time I'll see you, I bet you will. So I will catch you on the next one later.